We hasn't betting my league. Saso figure gada. Baby unga hambi.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Nothing But Football podcast. What a week it's been in football. The Manchester clubs have been fighting it out for a legend. North London clubs are at either end of the table. Van Dijk versus Lukaku, Messi debut, everything. But before I get too excited, let me say hello and welcome to my friends and fellow co-hosts. To my right, I got the man, Mr. Potion. How you doing, boss?
Bonjour.
Uh-huh.
I've switched my allegiances. I'm now a PSG man.
Uh-huh.
Don't tell me about that poor ass club buying these these reject players. No man, I'm just joking. This was on top of the pile, so I thought let me throw it back. But yeah, man. Besides what happened, I mean, what can we say? We expected it. So yeah. Other than that, we're good.
Fair enough. And to my further right, I've got the no club affiliated Uncle Curtis.
Slightly blur. I don't know what that means, but shit damn. I'm alive. You see what happens when you don't watch football, guys?
Yeah.
Or when you drop your team.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm happy. I'm happy. My former team got handed 5-0 on the weekend and no tears.
Did you watch?
I didn't watch. I told you I'm not watching. Only thing I watch every other Premier League game but Arsenal. I watch the highlights. And we'll get into it, but all 5 of those goals, stupid.
Yeah. Maybe that's where we should start. Look, it was the opening game of the weekend. It was Manchester City against Arsenal at the Etihad or that.
Mm-hmm.
The game ended 5-0 to City. Beating Arsenal.
Yeah, they beat them though.
You know how I know we're a small club now?
Oh.
We got 5 from Pep.
Yeah.
5 with no reply from Pep. He does that to Norwich. He does that to every relegation-threatened club. He did that to West Brom. That's how I know Arsenal. In fact, not a small club. This is how I know Arsenal is a badly run club now.
Okay. So look, goals from Gundogan, 2 from Ferran Torres, Gabriel Jesus, and Rodri, a red card for Xhaka. Let's start at the Arsenal end, right? Let's address the elephant in the room. From the Arsenal end, where does this result leave you, right? This is the 3rd loss in a row, but or from the start. Where does this loss sort of leave you, Uncle Curtis? Yeah.
Where does it leave us? I don't know, man. I'm struggling to think of top half under Arteta right now.
For real.
It's disgusting. We don't create chances. We can't defend anymore. He's lost the dressing room. He's busy fighting with Niles. Nah. He's every right back is a plug-in right back. We can't sell players. We sell one of the better players that we can, like in Joe Willock. But you can't get rid of Koscielniak. You can't get rid of all this other dead El Neni. I'd rather Willock stay than El Neni. Right? At least Willock has a future. El Neni is 28, 29, and he's still not good enough.
Fair enough.
There's no direction. Our director of football is terrible right now. They thought getting Odegaard would appease us. It's not. Yeah. And also squad selection. I don't know why he started ESR on that day. Should have started with Pepe. Pepe's been starting every game of the season.
I think Pepe was sick.
Yeah, he was
sick. I'll give him a break.
He had a lot of missing players.
A lot of missing players, but we cannot be losing 5-0. Not when you are sending some of your better players out on loan like Saliba. And then you're going to put in Mari with no pace and Holding. Which I like, but it's like, not against it.
Can I hurt your feelings a little bit?
What?
Mari was on the bench, right? He didn't start. Started 3 centre-backs. Kolasinac was one of them.
You see, I don't even know who started. I thought it was Mari and somehow. I told you guys, I am done with this team. It is terrible. And the player we try to get rid of made the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Wenger would have brought an under 19-year-old and put him there and be like, go play. Because why are you bringing him back? You don't want him, so why are you bringing him back? And even now, like the way he's handling the Nile situation, they told him go train with the under 21s. This guy's terrible, man.
Sure.
Man management, terrible. Pushing.
Mr. Poe, from an Arsenal perspective, I mean, look. Let me preface it with saying this is City. City on their day can give anyone hands. So is it as bad as this result suggests?
To tell you the truth, when I watched it, I think the first half. Then after that, I knew things were going wrong.
Yeah.
Because it was after the red card and everything else. Arsenal, as usual, started off quite well. You know, they started off on a positive note, attacking City. City just let them do what they do. They organized themselves. And I think probably the first attack that City had,
Yeah,
they
first
scored.
shot. First shot.
Yeah,
First
shot.
2 shots. Were
Yeah.
2 goals,
Shortest man on the pitch basically scored.
from a header.
From a head.
From a header. So you look at that and you can clearly see this is clearly a mismatch of centre backs, miscommunication where small guys are just coming in between you guys and taking it. Second goal, similar mistake, set piece cross. Then there was the Chaka red card. I hate it had to be him.
And I feel like he got the ball there. I think it was a bit harsh.
Yeah,
2
it
feet.
was.
I think it's a red card all day. 2
We're
feet.
talking about
He
this
went in 2 feet.
because in the
So
Man
even
United,
Pogba for you.
yes,
Even Pogba for you.
no, he's defending him.
Pogba's different because Pogba went over the ball, right? If Pogba got sent off there, that red card wouldn't be appealed. But Chaka is 2 feet.
It was 1 foot though.
Nah, he went in 2 feet. Both feet off the ground.
Yeah, but it's over the ball. That's also a red card.
Hey?
With Pogba, it's over the ball. Also a red card.
So
But let me let Portion finish. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
Portion.
yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
No,
that's what
my
I'm saying.
point.
It could
the thing
be a
is,
red
I was making this point earlier on that in that same scenario where Pogba doesn't get a red card and then Chaka gets a red card, isn't that kind of a bit?
I can even
No,
bring we
because
can even
it's
bring
different
back,
scenarios. If you're going in
Chris
2
Wood
feet.
last week, 2 feet.
Yeah.
2 feet. Chris
Yeah.
Wood didn't get a red card.
So are you saying the Chaka's not a red card, or you just saying if he got one, that other guy should have got one? What about the actual
he got
Chaka
the
situation?
ball, nah.
Yeah.
When they were going, Sharp, he got the ball. I can give a leniency if he got the ball. Like if he got the man, cool. Then I'm not going to argue if you got the man. But he didn't touch the man,
I'm saying inconsistency.
and
enough,
consistency
fair
as well.
Fair enough.
As in like, Chaka's been labeled as a bad boy.
Yeah.
I feel like he will always get harshly judged over any other player.
Yeah.
So you could see the ref wanted to reach for a yellow and then he stopped a bit and he's like, I think he looked at the player's reaction. That's when he pulled out the red.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
That's when I knew the game's over. Here, there's something going on.
Yeah.
But, City played well. It was a typical City performance where goals just come from nowhere, basically. Not nowhere necessarily. It's just from build-up play. Anyone could have scored those goals.
And quick fast. When
And
they get
that's what
one, they
happened.
get a second one very quickly.
You know what even made me, when I was looking at that game, something that I thought about when it comes to Arteta.
Yeah.
That man hasn't improved anybody in our squad.
Yep.
He hasn't. I think he's a good assistant. I don't think he's better with the long term. He hasn't improved anybody. The players that were good there. Like Cherny, it's heart and desire. He was always good. Nah? And when I look at the squad, I'm starting to lose a lot of faith. Like, in fact, I've been saying he must go for a while now. That squad should not be outside the top 6.
Yeah.
It should not be.
I agree.
Bruh, you can make a
full
good
squad.
You can make a good employee, but if you're a boss, it's a different thing. You can make a good teacher, but if you're a headmaster, it's different roles and
Hey,
responsibilities.
Steve McLaren won the treble with United. That man relegated other teams.
No, that's what I'm saying. From my point of view, it's the thing where I don't think Arteta's ready for the job. He doesn't have the characteristics of realizing of managing certain players. At first, it looked good, but now it just looks shocking.
You know what it reminds me of, nah? He doesn't have that characteristic of good managers know which players to forgive and eat their pride.
Okay.
Nah? Fergie with Cantona, just like, I'm not going to fight him. He's a special player. Wenger said once in an interview that you're going to get upset at players, but you have to be forgiven in this line of work. Nah? Pep with Eto'o. Try to force him out, and then everybody around the team was like, my boy, not this superstar. That's the same season that he won the Champions League.
The first one, yeah.
The first one, with Eto'o being the star man in every game. This man shipped off Ganduzi. Nah, he's got attitude problems. But Ganduzi's got passion. He's willing to fight for the badge. How are you going to ship off a player like that? Ships off Ozil. Ozil starts playing better when he's no more around. He's shipping off Niles. Niles was one of our better right backs, if we're being honest, when he was playing right back. And now Saliba as well, we don't know what's going on. Like, he's shipping off too many, he's freezing too many players out. And it was somebody something that I heard somebody say that you must trust the process. How can you trust the process if you don't even know where it's going?
He's going to get fired.
Yeah.
To tell you
Like,
the
you know,
truth.
it's trust the process, but we're not seeing progress. Like,
The board is going to save their own ass and fire this guy. Hey, this is a build up of a villain story of watching this guy, like things are exploding around him
Yeah.
and him still thinking that everything is alright. So he must keep going. Like I said, that's why Emre, one of his qualities that I actually liked, and maybe we should have kept him for longer. He should have left, yes, but we should have kept him for longer. The one quality I liked about him is that when things went wrong, that's when he'd start to listen. As in, like, okay, sharp, my way's not working. Let's go this way. This guy's not going to listen.
So just on this game itself, like I was confused by a couple of things, right? The starting lineup in itself, right? Went to three at the back with Kolasinac is like what? Chamberlain and Holding, I'm already like, okay. Then it's a midfield of Xhaka, Smith Rowe, and Odegaard. Away from home at City.
Yeah.
If that midfield, that's a game where you're saying we're going to have the ball. That midfield makes sense to me. But against KDB's not even playing sharp, but it's Gundogan, it's Bernardo Silva, it's
Against good
and
players.
then Xhaka, the slowest guy.
but you know, what it is? That's a type of team you can choose when your team is on top.
Sure.
When your team is confident.
Yeah.
Not on a 2-game losing streak. Nah, that you're gonna choose Smith Rowe, what.
Yeah.
Guys, like, another comment that I heard. That squad would have been chosen for the Carling Cup
Yeah.
a couple of years back.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a Premier League squad.
I
it would have
agree
been a
with
Carling
you.
Cup.
You know what actually kills me, right? The post-match press conferences, Pep's press conference, the whole thing was supporting Arteta. I'm sorry, dog.
That's what
when
I also
the guy
hate.
that just gave you 5-0 is spending time trying to save your job also.
But that's what I hate. Like,
dog, come on.
Have you seen, like, in the media, whenever we wake up, no, the board trusts Arteta, they believe in his long-term vision. I'm at the point where it's like, his vision, I don't know, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like, he's going to freeze out all our good players, but I'm taking too much time, guys. Yes.
But yeah, from a Man City perspective, I mean, look, the game was done after the second goal. Arsenal's heads dropped after the first goal. After the second goal was done, red card means the game was pretty much over. That's actually the longest 90 minutes I've been watching for it. From a City perspective, I mean, they passed the ball around well.
Red card
They played well.
Red card actually made the shame a little bit less for them. You could see it made it less for them, as in like, we had a red card.
Yeah.
That's why it got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, screw Arteta.
No, but no worries. As for City, did you guys see anything new about City that excites you this season? I mean, they're defending champions.
Besides rape, no.
It didn't excite. This is different. It didn't excite you, the rape.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Besides the rape, it didn't excite me, but it caught my interest. As in, like, wow. For those of you wondering what I'm talking about, Benjamin Mendy has been. He's got 4 charges of rape.
One with the underage girl.
Yes. So he's apparently been arrested like 3 times over the space of like 2 years.
For real?
And
No, since last year.
Oh, since last year.
Arrested.
They take
Out on bail.
They get you out on bail. And City have not said a word.
Damn.
They have kept quiet. They have played this rapist.
Damn.
And he keeps going. So hence why I'm saying that, yeah.
Okay, up until I heard the under 16 charge, I was willing to cut him some slack. He was at house parties. He's a rich footballer. I was going to give him slack. I was going to be like, maybe they're making these things up. Remember that Chris...
As in innocent until proven guilty type of thing. Okay.
Then they're like, there was an under 16 girl who was minor there. And I was like, this nigga did all of it. He did all of it.
But you see, now my problem is, guys, have we forgotten about Gylfi Sigurdsson? Is it...
That nigga's in jail, though.
Is he?
Easy.
Did you know Adam Johnson's out of jail?
Yeah, but he served time.
Yeah,
served time.
He served time. He served a lot of time.
And you know how I know football money is good? Remember, he used to play for Middlesbrough or whatever.
Yeah.
Sunderland. Yeah.
Sunderland. That nigga's still partying at clubs buying 120 pounds of vodka, dog. In South African rands, that's like 3.2 in a club.
No.
And they're like, he's still living lavishly.
I don't get in all fairness, that man did play for City. He got signed for City and he was still a good player.
But you know what I'm trying to say is that football money is good.
Football money
brings me back full circle to the conversation when I told you niggas I will never feel sorry for any football player.
All right.
If they hit the pits.
I knew this was going somewhere. I actually wanted to check.
Yeah.
You must check if I want to see where Gylfi Sigurdsson is. I'm very curious. On fantasy, maybe I don't know. Maybe on
Did his
fantasy,
price drop on
maybe on fantasy it won't say 100% of 100% chance of not playing.
When it just have that red square that says
yes.
injury.
Reason why? Jail.
Yeah, but I know, like,
Oh,
Mendy, they're not releasing him this time. He's locked up until trial.
Damn.
They were like, my boy, you broke bail. We told you to stop throwing house parties. Because I said I was going to give him bail up until I saw the thing, né? They were like, it's at house parties that this thing keeps on happening. They told him the first time, hey, Joe, stop throwing house parties. Let him on bail. He does it again. They're like, hey, Joe, stop throwing house parties. Does it a third time. Now they were like, nah, my boy, you're going to go back and you're going to do this. And it looks like you do your things at house parties.
Sure.
So it's like, I don't even know how he's going to.
But that's crazy. Those are serious allegations. We hope justice takes its course and let the guilty parties obviously face the penalties they need to face. But yeah, from a City perspective, that's 2 consecutive 5-0 wins. I mean, after losing the first game to Tottenham, that's they bounced back in the best way possible.
In what world is Tottenham first and Arsenal 20th?
Hey?
We live in a crazy world.
It's 2021, dog.
Even Barcelona has called.
Forgive me for being quiet, but I'll start to speak now. I'm looking for Gylfi Sigurdsson on fantasy to see if he's still here.
He's even an Everton registered player still.
It looks like he's not here.
Who knows? He was caught in the summer, right? So I wonder if his contract was.
I don't think it's terminated because
but
before they can terminate, they still have to prove that you're guilty.
Yeah. You have to get conviction.
Yeah, and with Mendy, they're saying the earliest trial date is next year.
Oh wow!
Jan. So Sigurdsson might only get a trial date November, December.
Sigurdsson is 6.9 million. Nah, that's cool. No. That is rubbish.
You're saying that potential offenders should get discounts.
No! There should be a red box there saying he's injured.
He's injured.
Yes.
Now, but let's go on to the football.
He's going to come in quietly.
Exactly.
In November.
He's just going to come back.
Celebrating
take
on the
corners
bench.
like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Now, but let's go on to another big game on Saturday. It was built as Lukaku versus Van Dijk, Liverpool versus Chelsea at Anfield. That game ended a 1-1. Goal from Salah and Kai Havertz. Well, Kai Havertz first, and then Salah.
Penalty.
Salah penalty. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Controversy for that penalty. Reece James getting a red card for
Professional handball.
yeah.
He deserves it. It was a professional handball.
Okay, unpack that one. Tell us there. You're quite sure about it.
I didn't even look at the file. I'm just going to give you a wild theory over here.
Okay.
You know why people keep on saying in football decisions equal each other out? Mm-hmm. Last week, Arsenal should have had a penalty. They didn't get one. He got a red card this week because it was Reece James that tripped
Last
Saka.
week, Arsenal should have had a penalty.
Yes, he tripped Saka.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, he tripped Saka, didn't get a penalty. VAR reviewed it, said no penalty. We ate it. We lost 2-0. We were never going to win the game. Sorry, I'm not saying we were going to win the game or anything like that. We were never going to win that game. But it was a wrong decision at that time. Nah? Then this week, Cole went against him. So I'm starting to believe in your theory of all these decisions equal each other out. So now he's got he cost his team points.
Yeah.
And he's going to be missing a game.
Yeah.
Because they are not reversing that. Professional handball.
Yeah.
Game ban.
So for those of you that didn't see it, Reece James is trying to clear off the line. The ball bounces off his thigh, sort of into his arm, and his arm also moves towards the ball. It looks like a natural movement, but it obviously stops a goal. Mr. Poe, what's your feelings on that decision? Before we get to the game?
For me, I think it's a bit harsh, especially if the ref is going to give the penalty anyways.
Yeah.
So
Triple punishment or whatever.
didn't we deal with all this, this whole issue last season where they said that it shouldn't happen like this.
Yeah.
That if something, it has to be like seriously blatant for a penalty and a red card to be given.
Yeah.
So I felt that was a bit harsh. But in the same breath, like it's one of those.
Yeah.
like Curtis says, bruh,
You know what's the thing, man?
doesn't really matter. It's Chelsea.
For things like that, it was literally a goal line saving foul.
Yeah.
It's deserved.
Yeah.
I'm being like if you weren't there, I don't care if it goes off your thigh to hit your hand.
Yeah.
Nah, you disadvantage the team.
Yeah.
Nah, so the penalty should be given.
Yeah.
Because to me, handball is handball. Let's stop looking at intention. Hey, Joe, you know how hard it is to try and
Handball was handball last season. You were complaining.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Handball was handball last
No.
season.
There was certain intention. Last season, they also said intention. They looked where the
No
ball.
ways. Last season was if it
Potion.
touched the hand,
Potion.
it was.
The decision, what's his name? The reason got changed halfway through.
Yeah, that's why it got changed because everyone was complaining because we were seeing so many goals ruled out, so many penalties.
No. It wasn't handball. It was handball. They said, I remember last season was very complicated because it was two parts. They said if it was a handball on your way to scoring a goal,
Yeah.
it gets disallowed.
Yeah,
Nah? But
that's where it was handball or handball. Even if you're looking the other way, it
Lucas,
hit your
can I
hand.
finish my story?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. If you're an attacker, nah, and you handballed it on the way to scoring a goal, it was disallowed. Nah, but now if you're a defender, nah, and somebody kicks the ball towards your hand or something like that, they look
Yeah.
at intention to see where your hand was going. What I'm saying is, Joe, is just make it handball is handball. You don't look at intention. You don't look at anything else. Howdy, if it hit your shoulder and dropped onto your arm, but it gets rid of the thing of trying to guess what that guy was trying to do because you'll never know what the next person is trying to do.
Yeah. Look, so I agree with you, Potion. It felt harsh, but I also agree with Uncle Curtis. It's a handball on the line. It stops a goal. It's not as far as Luis Suarez.
But yes,
But like with Suarez, no, I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't on purpose.
then dived.
No, but
Yeah, he tried to hit it with his head.
my other problem that I have as well is that this was such a big game,
Yeah.
and from a referee's point of view, especially okay, sharp. It's at halftime, but aren't you kind of supposed to like try, like manage the game, like as a ref, to try and make sure that at the end of the game there's all 11 players as best as you can. It seemed as though this call was a little bit childish from a point of view where you ruined a good game. This was a potential good game and you ruined it. So I look at it from that point of view as well, that whoever, it's Anthony Taylor, I saw what are those things called? Petitions now.
Yeah.
Saying that he shouldn't ref another Chelsea game or whatever. Welcome to life, Chelsea fans. This is nothing new. But anyways, yeah, I feel like he ruined a good game.
And look, the interesting thing that I saw a couple of people chatting about was the ref was actually sent to the monitor to view this one, and they kind of just showed him a still image just to show that it hit the arm. So look, I don't know what the rule is when it comes to on the line or goal or handballs in that kind of situation, but they just kind of showed him a still image just to see that the ball touched the arm, and then he came back with a red card. So that's where people were like, if they showed him the sequence, he might have not taken that as deliberate handball.
But
Isn't this the what's his name? Isn't this the rule that they were talking about? That they said that they're not going to show. I didn't know it was going to be to the refs.
Nah. That's to the screens.
Oh,
That's to the viewing public. To the refs are still. I think what you're referring to is that they won't show as much replays.
No, they won't show the lines. I remember they said they're not going to show the finer details.
Yeah,
that's
that's
offside.
just offside. But also now, when you're saying over there now, if they don't show him that still image and then they show like the sequence of events and Liverpool lose 1-0, I'm throwing tantrums. You literally denied me a goal. There's no two ways about it. No, it's not intentional. Nah,
It would have still been a penalty. It's just towards the red card, not to taking the penalty away. It's towards the red card.
Okay,
Because
so
people are saying the triple punishment. It's a penalty. It's a foul. It's a penalty. It's a red card, and you miss a game.
Yeah, I look at it from the point of view where I say the red card was a bit unfair.
Yeah.
Sure, red card was a bit unfair. I agree with you guys there. But it was definitely a penalty.
Definitely a penalty.
But then we know English refs. They were terrible across the board.
Yeah.
I miss the Euros.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to start watching Italian League because screw these guys. In fact, hey, Joe, whichever network in South Africa, please bring League One. Let me go watch Messi rather.
Yo. But
I have
just
to pirate that one, but
just going to the actual game itself. Like I said, this game was built as Van Dijk versus Lukaku. Would Lukaku be able to bully Van Dijk as much as that, and other subplots within the game? Look, obviously second half was different because Chelsea with 10 men obviously hung on to the result. But in the first half, it was kind of even. I don't know. What's your views on the game, Mr. Paul?
I didn't really see any, dominance or anything. I saw a lot of Liverpool guys already had their memes prepared. They dropped them. It's like, wow, guys, you're dropping them for basically a 1-1 draw. But it was just their first meet. Nothing hectic happened. It's not like Van Dijk caught him in dribbles and whatnot. Nothing much happened.
Van Dijk held his own though.
I'd hold that to the team, and I'd also hold that to Chelsea. Chelsea didn't take many chances. Even that goal from Kai Havertz was like, correct me if I'm wrong, that might have been their first shot as well.
Might have been.
I think it was their first shot on target. So I remember when that goal happened, like even the Liverpool supporters were confused. They're like, and then with no chances they get this. So that's why I'm like, Chelsea they weren't as free flowing. Maybe you can also put that, because I'm looking here, you can put that at Conte being back, N'Golo Conte. He hasn't been really involved over the past couple of games.
Yeah.
He just came back from an injury, so maybe Conte starting now changed things. But I don't really take any lessons from that game.
Yeah. Uncle Curtis, generally we're seeing now, or last season and this, when a team loses a player early on to a red card, that we generally tend to see the other team go and sort of dominate and sort of kill it off. But Chelsea did quite well in that perspective. Anything in this game that's showing you for either side about what the season's looking like for them?
I don't agree with you on that. Besides Arsenal, it's generally teams that go 10 men down do fight a bit. I'm even thinking about when Man City went down, not down to, but a couple of teams have went down to 10 men against Man City, and Man City most probably scored the win in the 80th to the 90th minute. So I think it's harder for teams to score goals when it comes down to 10 men nowadays, more defensively organized. I hate that. I hate organization. I hate it, man. Makes football boring. Like, nobody's taking chances.
I think that's what Klopp complained about
Like,
in this game, because he said, bruh, these guys literally just stuck with same formation, but minus the striker, and they waited for us to make a mistake. When mistake happened, they just counterattacked. So they needed to be aware of the counter. So they're like, hey.
Yeah, you were saying they only had one less player in attack. They had the same in defense.
Same in defense.
But you know what it comes down to me? It comes down to, are you brave enough to trust your attack to break down the other teams? Why are you worried if they're going to score against you? They're down to 10 men. Tire them.
Yeah, fair.
Tire them.
Fair
like,
enough.
move the ball around, tire them.
Fair enough.
They score 1, you hit them with 4.
He fears Chelsea though.
Yeah, but
100%. 100%.
Most managers,
and right to.
most managers in the league would fear Chelsea right now. At the state that
must I be honest with you guys? I don't think Chelsea is the complete item yet. Even with Lukaku. I honestly don't think.
Back up your statement, sir.
Like, even last season, they're very organized defensively, not conceding goals, but they struggled to score goals last season.
Okay.
I need to watch Lukaku in the Chelsea team for 6-7 games before I can say, okay, fine, they fixed the goal scoring drought.
Yeah.
The top goal scorer last season was 6.
Yeah.
This is under free flow scoring Lampard and defensive what.
Yeah.
Werner, the person that doesn't score goals, was your top goal scorer.
Yeah.
So they organize defensively, but that team can be so much better. So much better.
Fair enough. Look. When Tuchel took over, I think it was a lot of 1-0s, 2-0s, that kind of thing. I mean, if you're keeping them out, you don't have to score that many. But just sort of back to the game, right? So this was built as like the game for the sort of challenges, right? Because obviously City was the favourites, and a lot of people are saying, Liverpool's back with their players. Chelsea's in the hunt with sort of all they've done. So, Mr. Potion, from this game, I think we would have had a keen eye towards that. But to this game, what are you thinking towards these teams' title chances?
I don't think it told me anything, really. Yeah, this is
Too soon.
This is too soon.
No risk taking.
both teams actually looked like they were fine with a draw. So it didn't really tell me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like it nothing.
Only thing I miss about English football is there's not enough English managers to go and take stupid decisions.
What kind of
Everybody's is a tactical genius now.
Yeah.
Everybody's a tactical genius.
Yeah, fair point.
Think about how great the Premier League was when there was the guy who used to be at Charlton for like 13 years. I forget.
Alan Kirbishley.
Alan Kirbishley.
Yeah.
When we have Big Sam. When you have Steve McLaren.
You miss Big Sam.
No, I don't miss Big Sam. I don't miss Big Sam. Nah. But what I'm saying is, nah, a lot of managers, like, it's too many European managers now, nah, which means they're very tactically sound, which is why we get a lot of these boring games.
Okay.
So the guy will know this game is too risky. Liverpool versus Chelsea is too risky. I'm okay with the draw.
Yeah.
And, you know,
There's no thing of like, I'm going for the win. I don't care what happens.
Okay.
You know, I compare it to, nah, like both managers come from Borussia Dortmund over there. Tuchel and Klopp.
Yeah.
Do you think those guys took chances against Bayern Munich? Never. So they adopted that mentality against big teams on this side. Like, we're not taking a chance against Chelsea, they can hurt us.
Yeah.
We're not taking a chance against Man City, they can hurt us. But then, though, this is how I know Arsenal was falling again. City was like, we'll put them to the sword. Who cares about this team?
Arsenal was like, we'll play 2 attacking midfielders and see what happens.
We got hands. Deservedly so.
Yeah. So towards title challenges or title chances, sorry. It's not really one that's showing us much, right? I look from a Chelsea perspective. To me, I think they showed a lot of character when they went down to 10 men. Lukaku still played well in terms of holding up the ball, as much as they didn't get attacking chances too much. It was still kind of a little bit impressive to watch. From a Liverpool perspective, I mean, Firmino came back, didn't play so well, came off early. Robertson came back. Harvey Elliott got a game. Liverpool looked alright, moved the ball around.
Harvey Elliott looked decent.
He did, right?
Very decent.
Yeah.
I watched him. He looked very
I
decent.
think Thiago came on at some point. So a decent performance, but there wasn't really much to separate the teams.
And Mendy as well for me.
Which Mendy?
The goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's segment is done. His segment is done. What was I going to praise him for in a Liverpool game?
Yeah. I was like, Mendy for me. I thought you were about to go ranting again, though.
No. That's Eduardo Mendy. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody.
So he did well. There were times where it looked like Liverpool were trying to push through.
He kept Chelsea in the
Yeah.
game. At
He won
10
man of the
men,
match, nah?
He should be. He
did.
should have
He
been,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but yeah.
So no, cool. So that's towards title challenges. Let's go on to a team that finds himself at the top of the league. So far, I think we always talk about Tottenham at the start of the season, right? But Tottenham played against Watford and won the game 1-0 from a goal from Son. So Tottenham's 3 games, 3 wins, top of the league so far. Good start for them. What do we have to say about that?
Yeah.
Watford did nothing.
True.
Like Watford kind of just said,
Do we know any
accepted
Watford
it. No, they do have some decent players though.
players? But do we know
I don't
one?
even think Troy Deeney play or
Nah,
starts
Deeney's
anymore.
Troy Deeney's gone.
He's gone.
Is he gone?
Yeah, they've got Ismaili Sarr. That's about it. There's that other guy, the Dennis. I think he's.
They signed Sissoko from Spurs.
Yes.
And he played.
I don't know who is. Dennis he played in. I remember him. He used to play with Percy Tau at what's that team?
Club Brugge.
Bruges. So I remember him from that game where they played against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
They did quite well. But other than that, the Watford squad is.
Yeah, Watford's going down.
Look, from the starting lineup, there's Josh King, who was at Bournemouth.
Okay. Relegation fighter.
Sure. And Craig Cathcart. That's the only players I know. Ishmael Sarr, Josh King, and Craig
Just
Cathcart.
very average players.
Nah, they're going down. They're going down.
And from a Spurs perspective, again another 1-0 win.
Goal was lucky.
Yeah.
Goal
Son
was-
makes his own goals, eh?
Yeah, but it was a lucky goal, and it was like, everyone kind of just said, all right, yeah, but let's just play. I mean, Watford tried. Ismaili Sarr is always on his feet trying to do something.
He deserves a better club. That guy.
Yeah,
Feel
he
bad.
does.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, from Tottenham's point of view, it was very. I think Watford just feared Tottenham.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Are we seeing any differences in the what's the guy's name again? Nuno's Spurs.
I haven't watched too many games with them for me to give a comment, honestly.
We said this when Mourinho started.
Yeah.
Said what?
They were good.
I'm saying what?
We said Tottenham were good. Remember
no,
when?
I'm saying what are we seeing about Nuno Spurs?
Listen, Nuno's doing very well. Like he looks like this is a title challenging team.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Mourinho was doing the same thing. We had Harry Kane, top goal scorer, Son also.
We had Harry Kane at 10 assists after like 4
Yes.
games.
Yeah.
So you look at this and you think, all right, this is, Spurs starting off well. This is not where we worry about them.
Yeah. Look, to me, they've won the games, right? I don't think they've been that impressive. Last the weekend before against Wolves actually dominated the games.
They did.
This one here, Watford had some play. They just didn't go towards that many chances. So, but then again, taking the results is taking the result. You know, you'd rather have the points. But I'm still worried about this team. Honestly, I'm not excited by these 9 points.
Bruh. They don't have a right back. They just bought a new guy. Emerson from Barcelona, or they're in the process of buying him.
Apparently he's complete, and apparently he rejected Arsenal. We know how that ended last time when a player did that.
But it's okay.
The last player to do that was
To reject Arsenal for Tottenham.
Tottenham for
just-
Arsenal.
Okay.
He rejected Arsenal for Tottenham. His name was the Belgium guy, man.
Who's Belgium?
Belgian. Vermaelen, and the other one who's at Benfica now.
Van Tonken.
Oh,
Van
Tongen.
Tongen. 10 years with no trophy.
But to tell you the truth, that really doesn't bother me. I feel bad for Tanganga because he's actually been playing okay. I feel worse for Doherty because Doherty probably thought, my manager's coming back.
You know?
I'm going to be managed by a guy who knows me, who knows how I play. So he's going to, try put me in.
Yeah.
And there goes the guy. He hasn't even started a game and he buys a new guy in your position.
Straight.
That's quite harsh.
You probably find he didn't like you back then.
Yes. He just thought, this guy does well. Let me keep him. Now it's you left me. I'll show you.
Yeah. Now, but on that note, I think guys, we're about to hit a break, right? You all can just click the next video while you're clicking like, share, subscribe, all of that, download, however all of that works. But catch us on the next video.
Come back
Nothing
and
but
talk
football
transfer season. Deadline day.
100%,
Deadline.
100%. And Uncle Curtis's beauty tips. What did Skombuzo do to you, Joe? Now, check it just now, guys.
Right, yeah. Cheers, guys.
Easy.